Dr. Ganguly, as you work in one of the prestigious think tank institutions here in India, what kind of policy recommendations has you been providing to the government regarding the social initiatives there?
You see, there's one major recommendations that we have made is regarding the cleaning of rivers, which is the lifeline, river Ganga, which is the lifeline of India. And there's a lot of commonality in cleaning rivers that has happened here in Germany, from where we can take best practices and also implement them in India. And cleaning the river Ganga is one of the major projects of this government, of the Narendra Modi-led government in India. And that itself is a major social project because the Ganga is a major ecosystem where a large number of people, villages are involved, and their entire subsistence and survival depends on the river becoming cleaner and renaturalizing itself.
Are you going to punish those polluters or tax companies that pollute the rivers?
No, there are rules, and some tougher rules are being made to hold companies and individuals accountable, definitely accountable as to what they do to the river. So these are options that are being explored very seriously, and the entire effort to clean this river is being turned into a people's movement. Villages across all along the banks of the Ganga are being involved, and that's being done at the government level. And I must also say that our own political party, the BJP, is itself also spearheading this as a people's movement. So.
And how about the project on smart cities,
Exactly.
and how can it fit into this?
Yes, I was just about to come to that. You see, there's a great seriousness on developing smart cities in India. And I think, again, the best practices can be learned from Europe, from Germany, and weave it uniquely into the Indian system, because many of our cities and our existing cities are also heritage cities. So how do you blend heritage with modernity and develop those into smart cities? And plus, how do you bring about new smart cities? And what are the best practices that one can adopt from across the world and implement it to suit the Indian condition? So obviously, I think there's great scope for collaboration between India and Germany and other countries in Europe.
Have you tried to work on any model cities, for the project?
Yes, the government of India has designated certain existing cities that are to be developed as smart cities. And so I think now the work has started, where at least you designate. There are about 100 cities which have been designated, and they are to be developed now at a very serious level. The other aspect is there's a lot that we can really learn, because our Prime Minister gives a lot of emphasis on local bodies, on the municipal bodies, and he feels that they need to be further empowered to be able to spearhead this smart city project. So I think there's again a lot of...
So local empowerment.
Local empowerment, yes. And because Prime Minister himself very strongly believes that. And in fact, just last week, he interacted with village heads from all across the country. And he essentially told them that, please undertake one project during your tenure which you want to see completed, and which really leaves your village at a much better level than you had inherited it. So there's a lot of serious churning, a lot of serious discussion that is going on in India on empowerment of local bodies.
But then as India moves forward economically, do the Indian poor feel that they are being left behind? Will there be any initiatives or any education program that will help uplift their standard of living?
Right. There's already been programs which have been implemented. For example, the Prime Minister's own initiative, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which has ensured that financial inclusion in the largest manner has taken place in India today. Those who did not have bank accounts were actually invited to open accounts, zero balance accounts, and there's a massive movement in financial inclusion, number one. Number two, you may be aware that in India, even today, a large number of families in the rural areas are still use these smoke ovens for the cooking. So now there's this entire movement which has started where people who are well off have given up their subsidy for the LPG, for the gas, cooking gas, and utilizing that subsidy, the government has been able to reach natural cooking, smoke-free cooking gas to a large number of people. And those who are positively affected by this are the women, because they do the cooking. So, I think there's a very clear consciousness amongst the poor, amongst the marginalized, that the Prime Minister Modi's government is coming out with innovative projects which can include them at various levels: financial inclusion, health, infrastructure. This is being done in a big way, through innovative projects.
How about access to internet or the IT services? Do the majority of the Indian people, have access to this?
Yes. You see, the majority do not have, but Digital India is again a very major project of this government. And so
Is it affordable or not?
yes, that's one of the main things. One of the main things of Digital India is to get IT reached right up to the village level. And that is gradually also happening. In the last 2 years, there's a percolation of this Digital India where there's an insistence that everyone gets connected. And the other aspect is something very interesting. Through the use of technology, the Prime Minister Modi has insisted on something. He has used technology to reach out directly to the people. So a large number of people from across the country are being able to now communicate with him directly and tell them their problems, tell them the issues that they would like to be implemented.
So that's the best way to measure public opinions.
Exactly. And there's this entire grievance redressal system that has been put in place where the grievance redressal are addressed, and the PM can directly talk to them or can directly address them, and he can himself be accountable to what he has promised.
Thank you very much for your comment.
Thank you. Thank you so much.